earlier you mentioned there's a lot of misinformation also in the internet. How would we discern what's true, what's not true?
Yeah, actually, that's very difficult, honestly, right? Because there's a lot of deep fakes nowadays, right? I actually think there's some reason to paid media, right? I mean, I think Australia passed that law earlier where you have to pay the sources and so on, right? Uh, from a from an economics perspective, I have some problems with that because that's like taxation, right? However, from a way to go through the whole thing, there is also some benefits in having reliable media that is held accountable because there's a contract to do and deliver what's right is very critical. I remember my time when we'd go and listen to the BBC, right? AM radio in the evenings, no TV. So listen to the BBC. You'd think that is, and you'd give some level of respect for that. I mean, today I listen to them via Spotify, but it's something like that where I think there's an important opportunity to be able to articulate the narrative that is factual, right? Because once you have fact, you will have truth, right? And the ability to discern what's truth gives you the ability to trust, right? So, facts, truth, and trust then creates the social cohesion. So I'm hoping that allows us to do so. The other thing is around institutions, right? I think a lot of issues right now are because of the erosion of trust on institutions. So I think that's something that we probably need to think about in terms of how we discern the truth, but also in terms of who do we trust.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be quite challenging because of the fact that a lot of it is not just being eroded, but it is being actively undermined.
And I think biases also,
Absolutely.
that's unavoidable. Narratives
Absolutely.
are pushed, and
Absolutely.
somehow it's dependent on who's in power,
Correct.
who's in charge.
Correct. It's yes. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's become
but that's
a
humanity.
tool, no?
That's
Yeah.
human nature. So
Yeah.
you can just hope for the best.
And that's why I think education is important, right? Bullshit meters, right?
Yeah, yeah. You can
The more you're educated, the more you realize
smell that
exactly,
there's,
right? Something fishy.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that we really need to be able to do is to discern more, right?
Okay.